my name is Hope and welcome back to my channel. I like musicals, they're a big part of my life, and today we're going to be talking about the tale of Sweeney Todd. I've got to be honest, there's like a multitude of reasons why I'm talking about it. The main one being that the drama school that I'm at, Italia Conti, has just done their third year shows and one of them was Sweeney Todd. And if you didn't know this, a little fun fact about me, I love Sweeney Todd. I love Sondheim in general, but Sweeney Todd is one of my favourite musicals ever, like of all time, of all existence ever. And watching it has just reignited my fire for listening and loving the show. Also, the fact that February is only 2 months away, pretty much, and that's when the previews start for the Broadway production. I am very excited. Also, I'm filming on my phone because the camera quality on my iPad is terrible in the dark, but then I'm just hoping that it does not go all weird, because sometimes it does, and that's why I don't film on my phone all the time. But I guess that's all I have to say. So without further ado, let's get into it.
But before I get into this video, remember that you can like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you can get notified every time I upload, which is particularly every Sunday, but sometimes extra days in the week as well. Apparently over 90% of my viewership is not actually subscribed, so what are you doing? Subscribe right now. I'm just joking, you don't have to do that. But also remember, you can follow me on all my social medias, which is Hope Wilson X on Instagram, Hope Wilson with 2 N's and an underscore on Twitter, and Hope Wilson 45 on TikTok. But with all that, let's get back into the video.
So I think just to start, I'm going to start off with my favourite songs and the songs I've been obsessed with recently. So my favourite songs are Kiss Me, beautiful little song between Anthony and Joanna, love a bit of it, and especially where they mix it with Ladies and Their Sensitivities, and there's like a four-way, lovely, I realise four-way sounds weird, but like four-way harmony is what I was going with, you know what I meant. I've recently been obsessed with By the Sea, which is the most random choice as a song from Sweeney Todd, but at the moment I've just been like, by the sea, just on loop in my head, and I'm not complaining because it's grand. It's honestly so great. Obviously, Ballad of Sweeney Todd, iconic song, you can't go wrong, and I'm rhyming like I'm actually in a musical. If you can't tell, I don't really know my brain is today. But my favourite song of all time from Sweeney Todd is Joanna. Not the reprise, just the regular old Joanna. I think it's so beautiful, and I mean, I'm always offended when people are like, it's so boring. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the best song. And I mean, Epiphany is great too, and it has to be very scary in order for it to be good. But I could listen to Joanna every single day for the rest of my life. And if someone felt like that about me, I'm not gonna lie, I would be a little bit concerned because it is a bit stalkerish. However, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it a lot. Another reason why I love Sweeney Todd is obviously because it's all about murder. Didn't know about me. I love horror. I love dark. I love horror. I love gore. I love death. That again sounds very strange, but you're catching my drift here. I love darker musicals, especially when they do it well, and I think this one, chef's kiss. Also, I don't know if you meant to do this or this or this. Doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, the deaths in Sweeney Todd are so good. Like, I should just point out, spoilers ahead for major spoilers on the show, but Mrs. Lovett's death is such an interesting death, and I love seeing it being done in so many different ways, because it's brutal. It comes out of bloody nowhere, and you watch a lot of people die in this show. I also think that Lucy's death is interesting, but I think it's more the aftermath of her death that's interesting as opposed to her death, just regular death. Sorry, there is another fly in my room, as there always is. There are just so many good deaths, you know? But one thing which I feel like may be an unpopular opinion is I feel like the judge's death is very anticlimactic in the newer versions of the show. So if you didn't know, in Sweeney Todd, the judge is like the worst dude ever. Like, he doesn't care about anyone but himself, and he does some not very nice things to people, including wanting to marry his daughter and having done not very nice things to her mother. He's not a nice guy, not nice at all. And in the original production, there is like 6 minutes of him like whipping himself in repentance because he's like a big believer in God, being like, I'm sorry that I fancy my daughter, but I do still really fancy my daughter, which is obviously very weird. And in a lot of productions they cut it out, but I think it says a lot about his character, and I get why they cut it out because it's weird, but at the same time I feel like without that, and also they cut out some other bits as well, it just doesn't work as well when you see him die, because I'm like, I don't hate you enough. I think arguably you hate the beetle more than the Judge, which is fine because the Beetle's a great character. I love the Beetle. I love Mr. Beetle Bamford, and yes, that is his actual name. But I don't know, I feel like the Judge needs to be hated more because he's so bad. He is such a bad dude. And then the new musical's like, he's just quirky. He's not quirky. He is a bad man. He's not like, oh, Sweeney Todd's hot, we love Sweeney. He's like, no, you don't even go there. Also, I don't know if this is just an Italia Conti Sweeney Todd version or if this is like an addition to Sweeney Todd in new versions, but I'd never heard it before. Essentially, they reveal, more spoilers by the way, that Lucy is Sweeney's wife before Sweeney finds out it's his wife. Because in the original production, he kills Lucy and then realizes that it's Lucy. Whereas in that production, we found out Lucy was Lucy, then she was killed, and then Sweeney found out. And it was all very strange. I'm not saying this is like a bad thing because it's not, and it does make sense, like logically, and the way they do it is very interesting. But is this whole song, sorry, I keep hitting this bar, really annoying me. Is this song that I just never heard before? Does it exist? Like, is it an actual song that exists where Lucy's like having a little sing song and it's like, oh, fun fact, I actually am Sweeney's wife. Obviously those are not the words, but you know what I'm saying, right? I'm also very excited for this Broadway production. I'm interested and intrigued because I don't know what it is about the pairing of Josh Groban and Annalee Ashford, but I'm just like not sure how to feel about it. Like, I could see them both playing their characters individually of Sweeney and Mrs. Lovett, but like putting them together, I'm just curious to know how that's gonna work and the kind of Sweeney and the kind of Lovett that they're gonna play. But honestly, I think it's gonna be a major slay. Also, I'm doing more rhyming and I don't know why. I just made eye contact with someone over the road and it was very awkward. Anyway, what was I saying? Back to Sweeney Todd. Yeah, I am very intrigued to see what that Broadway production is going to do. I'm praying that they do what the 2012 West End revival of Sweeney Todd did, where they set it in like Victorian London. It is set in and around there, but like adding those like 10 years, like it brings that industrial vibe, and that's like one of my favorite eras of history like ever. And it was so dark and dingy and cool, and honestly that production is insane, and the bootleg I watched isn't even good. Also, yes, I'm sorry to the theatre community, I watched a bootleg, sue me if you hate that, but I did make a whole video on it about 3 years ago, so I'm not also sorry at the same time. And I am also wishing that it goes to Broadway. People are like, yes, all yes, much yes, all of the Sweeney Todd, and they're like, you know what I would love on the West End? Sweeney Todd again. Because yes, I want that, and I will spend all of my money, all of it, every penny, on good seats to go and watch that, and I will have a breakdown because I want to hear Swing Your Razor Wide, Sweetie, in surround sound and get hit with it. I want to get hit with the harmony and have a breakdown because that would be great. It wouldn't be great, but I would enjoy it. I would enjoy having that breakdown. Also, the fact that the Broadway production is having a 26-piece orchestra. 26 pieces? That might not interest some people, but that really that hits home for me, because like basically one of my biggest dreams is to sing with like an orchestra. Don't really care what, don't really care which orchestra, any kind, but I want to sing with an orchestra, and that's basically like singing with an orchestra. And to Sondheim, to the music of Mr. Stephen Sondheim, who has also been dead for like a year at this point, and I can't even process that. Like, oh my god, I would die of honor. I would literally I'd just do it because that's like a dream. Oh my god, that would be so cool. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. If you can't tell, I really do love this show, and I also didn't have an idea of what I was going to talk about, so I just decided to talk about something I really like. But that 26-piece orchestra, those people are going to have a good time, a very, very good time. And when that bootleg, if that bootleg decides to flutter its way into my hands, I'm just saying, I won't be like, no. I won't be like, no, I am bootleg police. I will be like, maybe this one can just slide. Maybe this one can slide. Because, can you tell I love this show? Also, if anyone ever wants to talk about Sondheim or Sweeney Todd or Company, I say Company because it's my favourite show, but like, even though we're talking about Sweeney Todd here, if anyone wants to talk about that in the comments, feel free. I will definitely reply to you because I could talk for days. Because, fun fact about me, I would play anyone in this show, any role at all. Because if we're thinking like logistically, and we're being like, what character are you most likely to play? It would probably be Lucy / the beggar woman. I think I would do a mean beggar woman. However, I would love to be anybody. Joanna, Greenfinch and Linnet Bird. Grand song. Love singing it. So fun. Anthony. Would love a bit of gender bending. And I think it would be so cute. He's so cute. And I'd love to be Anthony. That would be so fun. Sweeney, obviously. I don't know if I've ever said this online. I don't see why I would, because it put me off as kind of crazy, but it's also true. One of like my big lifetime goals is to play a psycho of some kind, and by that I mean like serial killer, like dark character. That when I say psychopath, I mean like a dark character who has seriously messed up morals and just wants bad things for everyone, which sounds really bad, but it's on my list of things I'm really dying to do. And Sweeney, that is just Sweeney. Sweeney is that. I want to be Sweeney Todd. I'm saying it. I'm putting it into the world. If there wants a one-person production of Sweeney Todd, I will do it. I will play every role. The only one that I probably couldn't play, no, I'm not gonna say which one I couldn't play, because I will slay. And I will do Sweeney Todd at some point. I will. If anyone sees this, you heard it here first. And if it doesn't happen, I will be very sad. But I'll be honest, I don't really know what else to say other than Sweeney Todd is a big slay. I've been saying slay a lot recently. It's been induced into me by everyone around me and how everyone says slay every 5 seconds. Don't know if that's happening where you are, but it's definitely happening where I am. But I want to say thank you for watching this video. You can like it if you liked it, and subscribe if you feel like it. You can also follow me on my social medias. I don't know why I started singing, but I did, and I didn't know how to stop. What do you think about Sweeney Todd? Do you know Sweeney Todd at all? Do you know it a lot? Do you not know it a bit? Do you like certain characters? What's your favourite character? Or your favourite song? Please tell me. I'll definitely read it, and I'll probably reply, because I'll be like, oh my god, you like Sweeney Todd too? Me too. Love that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Keep enjoying musicals as much as me, and I will see you in the next one.